as a Power BI developer, they will provide username and password. They will provide username and password to access Power BI service. Username and password to access Power BI service. Power BI service. So even they will give the usernames for developers and passwords for developers to access Power BI service. When you join in the company, they'll provide usernames and passwords. Username will be always our company email ID. Company email ID. Email ID. Username will be always my company email ID. So like this, guys, you'll have any email ID, right? So like this, email ID, always username will be our company email ID. And password. So they will give some dummy password. Initially, when you join in the company, they'll give some dummy password. Dummy password. Once you log in with the dummy password, it will ask you to reset the password. Once you log in with the username and dummy password, it will ask you to reset the password. You need to remember that username and password, and you need to access Power BI service using that username and password, guys. Understand? When you join in the company as a Power BI developer, they'll give username and password to access this Power BI service. Username will be always your company email ID. And first time they'll give dummy password. Once you log in with username and password, it will ask you to reset the password. Reset the password. Reset the password and remember the password. Reset the password and remember it. Right, guys? Reset the password and remember that. Okay. Now, to access Power BI service, the URL is app.powerbi.com. So when you want to access the gmail.com, the URL is gmail.com. Facebook, facebook.com. Right? Same way, to access Power BI service, the URL is app.powerbi.com. So cloud-based servers can be accessed using a web browsers like Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge or Firefox or so whatever it is, my Chrome, you can use it. So you want to open any web browser, and the URL to access to Power BI service is app.powerbi.com. When you click on app.powerbi.com, when you click on it, it will ask you to enter the email, guys. When you click on app.powerbi.com, look at this. When I click on app.powerbi.com, it is asking to sign in. I said that you need to sign in with your company email ID. You need to give the company email ID here. When you click on next, it will ask you to give the password. You need to give that password and you need to log into the Power BI service. So then you can start working on it. So sometimes clients will ask you to create the account by yourself. So when they're not creating a Power BI service account, they might even ask you to create the account by yourself. So how to create an account? If you want to create a Power BI service account, you need to have a company email ID. With the company email ID, we can create an account. So 99% of the time, when you join in the company people itself, they will give the username and password, a dummy password. You need to log in with it. So sometimes they will ask you to create an account by yourself. Now let me explain how can we create an account by ourselves. Fine. If you want to create an account, first we need to open any web browser. This time they don't give any username and password for me. They're asking to create an account by myself. You need to go with official Power BI site, powerbi.microsoft.com, powerbi.microsoft.com. So this is the official site for Power BI. Microsoft.com is the main domain and powerbi.microsoft.com is the subdomain. This is the official site for Power BI. Click on enter. When you press enter, you'll find start free. When you click on start free, it will take you to a page so where you can download the Power BI desktop, where we can develop it. Once you are done with development, only pay when you are ready to share and scale. So to do the development in Power BI desktop, you don't want to pay any money to the Microsoft. To do ETL, to create OLAP model, to create reports and visuals, you don't want to pay. Once your reports are ready to publish it, to share it, then only you need to pay, guys. Then only you need to pay. So that is what they are mentioning here. And when you observe here, to share the reports, Power BI service will come with two types of licenses, guys. Power BI Pro license and Power BI Premium license. Power BI service will comes with two types of licenses. Power BI Pro license and Power BI Premium license. Let me talk about them. Power BI service will comes with two types of licenses. Power BI service will come with two types of licenses. Licenses, two types. So even if you go to Gmail, guys, Gmail free users will be there where they can store only 100 GB data in their drive. Sorry, 10 GB data in their drive. So if you want more data, you want to be a pro user there and you want to pay more money to them. The same way, Power BI service also will come with two types of licenses. One license is Pro license. Pro license. Second license is Premium license. Premium license. Premium license. Power BI service will comes with two licenses. One is Pro license. Second one is Premium license. Premium license. Look at this here. One is Pro, Power BI Pro. Second one is Premium, guys. So who will go with Pro? Who will go with Premium is Pro is a per user license. Pro license is a per user license. Per user license. So per user, we need to pay $10 per month. $10 per month. So when you have a company with less number of users who are using Power BI, better to go with Pro. When there is any company, only less number of users are using Power BI. Take an example. I have a company where two developers are there developing the report. My company is a small company. There are two Power BI developers who are developing the reports. And there are 100 clients who are seeing my reports. 100 clients. Totally one or two people want to use Power BI service. So better to go with Pro license in this case. 1 or 2 into $10 every month with $1020, I can complete my work. I can complete my work. Right? So when you have less number of users who are using Power BI, Pro license is the best option. So when you have less number of users who are using Power BI, Pro license. In my company, less number of users are using Power BI, then Pro license is best, guys. Pro license. So then when we want to go with Premium license, when there are more number of users who are using the Power BI in the company, then better to go with Premium license. When you want to get the Premium license, minimum you want to pay $5,000 per month. Minimum if you can pay $5,000 per month, they'll give you a Premium license, guys. So $5,000. If there is a company where 500 people are using Power BI, there will be a big clients where hundreds of people will use Power BI. Big companies, those people better to go with Premium license, guys. Those people better to go with Premium license. So what advantages you will get with Premium licenses? If you want to get a Premium license, minimum you want to pay $5,000 per month. Then only Microsoft will give the Premium license for you. When you pay $5,000, So based on your existing relationship with Microsoft, relationship with Microsoft. So Microsoft is a big company where they'll sell operating systems, where they'll sell MS Office related softwares. They'll sell a lot of different softwares. Might be you are a customer for Microsoft already. Yes, I might be purchasing the licenses. I might be purchasing the licenses. I might be paying the money to them already. So based on your existing relationship with Microsoft, when you pay $5,000 per month, they might give the access to 500 members. They'll give the access to 500 members to Power BI service. They might give access to 600 members, or they might give access to 700 members also. It's purely depends upon, guys. So when you pay $5,000, they'll give the premium license to you, to the Power BI service. So how many people can access that Power BI services? Might be sometimes only 500 people can access it. Sometimes they might give the permissions to 600 people to access Power BI service. Sometimes they might even give for 700 people. It depends only based on your existing relationship with Microsoft. Guys. So if you can afford $5,000 per month, better to go with premium license. So what advantages you will get with premium licenses? So in the pro license, the data set size, when you go with pro license, the data set size is 1 GB, guys. 1 GB. You can build a OLAP model with 1 GB. So when I have a pro license to Power BI service pro license, the OLAP model maximum size I can build is 1 GB, guys. That means I can load 10 GB data. I can build 1 GB data set. I can publish it. Like that, I can create 1 GB data sets, many data sets. 1 GB. I can create many data sets. But sometimes we'll have more data, more than 10 GB data. That time, the data set size might be greater than 1 GB. That time pro license will not support when I try to publish it. So when you go with premium license, each data set size, each OLAP model size will be 10 GB, guys. In the premium, the data set size is 10 GB. That means you can load 100 GB data. When you load 100 GB data into the PowerPoint, it will come to 10 GB. 10 GB. Let me write it here. In the premium license, data set size is 10 GB. So each data set you can build with 10 GB size. Each data set here is only 1 GB size. So like that, when you go with premium license, you will have advanced features, guys. So there is a schedule refresh. When you log in here, so instead of giving the company email ID, I'm giving some dummy email IDs here. For practice purpose, instead of creating the accounts using dummy email ID, I'm creating using a dummy accounts, right? User 29 at powerbitraining.in, Power BI training. And some passwords are there. So once I logged in here, so in the pro license, you can refresh the data set. Schedule refresh it 8 times a day. Schedule refresh. When you have a pro license, you can schedule refresh the data set 8 times a day. 8 times a day. When you have a premium license, you can schedule refresh the data set 48 times a day. 48 times a day. Like this, you'll find the differences. You'll understand. In pro license, we can schedule refresh the data set. Schedule refresh the data set 8 times a day. 8 times a day. We can schedule refresh the data set 8 times a day. But same thing in the Power BI premium license, we can schedule refresh 48 times a day. What you are observing? The space is more they are giving. The data set size is more. The number of times you can refresh it is more. Why? Because you are paying more money to the Microsoft, right? So like this, based on the volumes of data we have, based on the number of users using Power BI, companies will choose pro license or premium license, guys. When I have more data, when I have more users who are using Power BI, then people will go with premium license. When we have less users and we have less volumes of data, they will go with pro license. They can complete with less money every month. You don't want to bother about it. Your company will already take care of it. So either they will give a pro license or premium license to you. Just I'm trying to explain what is the difference here, right? So pro is a per user license. Premium is a minimum $5,000 per month. If you pay based on your existing relationship, they'll give 500 or 600 or 700 access to Power BI premium licenses. Okay, fine, guys. This is pro or premium. So now let me show you and how to create it. So if you can use pro license for 2 months free, guys. If you have a company email ID, you can create an account and you can use Power BI service for 2 months free. For 2 months free, you can use it. How can you create it? Account is try free. There is an option try free. When I click on try free, I said that Power BI Pro can be used 2 months free. You are trying to create an account. When you want to create an account, you want to enter your email address. First, you want to enter your company email ID. It will not allow you to enter Gmail. It is not possible to create an account with Gmail or Yahoo. So it is not possible, guys. You want to provide a company email ID. Enter a company email ID here, like user 32 at powerbitraining.in. Once you give the username here, so click on sign up. It will ask, do you got this account from your company? Did you get your email ID address from your company? So will that email ID provided by your company or not? Yes. You need to click on yes. When you click on yes, it will ask you to give the first name and last name. When you log into Power BI service, you will see first name and last name here. This is first name and this is last name. When you log on, so what first name and what last name you need to show there. You can select it here. I can give some first name and last name here. So I can give first name as this, last name something like this. When I log in, if I want to see my name like this, I can give it. Create a password. So you want to create one password. So you want to remember this password, what you are giving. And it will send one verification code to this email ID. You want to open this email and you want to enter that verification code. Once you enter that verification code, just click on start, guys. That's it. Just click on start. So it will create an account. Creating an account is simple. Only thing is you need to have a company email ID. To that company email ID, it will send an OTP. You need to enter that verification code. So then from now, you want to remember this mail ID. This is your username and you want to remember the password which you given here. Using that username and password, you can access the Power BI service. When you have a company email ID, you can use it for 2 months free. From third month, you need to pay for Microsoft. Right. This is how you can create an account, guys. So Power BI Pro license will come with 2 months free. You can use it for 2 months free. Fine. So if you want to create an account, you need to have a company email ID. If you want to create a Power BI account, we need to have a company email ID. So fine, guys. Today, I discussed completely introduction. There is nothing to do as a developer here. So here, whatever I discussed in today's class, nothing to do as a developer. In tomorrow's class, I'll start the practicals, guys. So tomorrow, I'll explain about project flow. When we start any project, Power BI project flow, Power BI project flow. When we start any project in the company, where we will start it, how we will start it, how we will execute the project, we will understand. So tomorrow's class is important. So we'll discuss about this Power BI project flow in tomorrow's class. Today,